Good morning. My name is Angeles, and his name is Joaquin. We come from Construction Laboral Foundation from Asturias, Spain, and we are very glad for being here. So first of all, I want to thank you for your invitation to explain here who we are and what we do. The Construction Laboral Foundation of Asturias, we call it FLC. FLC was born in 1988 during a serious laboral conflicts and an economic crisis. Employers' organizations and trade unions, after studying different experiences in Italy, France, Holland, and other European countries, they take an agreement of create this foundation. This foundational agreement was included in the Collective Work Agreement for Construction and Public Works of Asturias, and settled down a new social establishment system in the construction sector in Asturias. The foundational aims have been developed in order to benefit companies and their workers. For example, there is an annual pay for loyalty to the sector. And well, there is a very important one, who is the Professional Training Center. And now we are working against the unfair competition. The foundation requires economical resources, and the main way to get them is an obligatory contribution that each company in Asturias has to pay. To collect this money, we have a database with all the companies working at Asturias and all their workers. The obligation of telling us when an employee starts or stops working, it's of the own company, but also we have a collaboration agreement with the government, with the Social Security Institute or Treasury, and they provide us all this information, so companies don't have to do the communication twice. And on the other hand, we avoid forgettings. In 1997 was created a new organization, that is the Commission on Healthy, Safety and Hearing Prevention. This commission is also included in the Collective Work Agreement, and it is also a parity organism. So half of their members were appointed by trade unions and the other ones by the business associations. The representatives of the companies. Their members was called regional delegates. At first, there were 4 people, but nowadays there are 8 people working as regional delegates. We have divided Asturias in 8 areas, so each one of them visit all the works, constructions in each area. And after a few times, they change the areas one each other. From the beginning till 2013, the visits were focused on safety control of the works. But since 2014, visits are oriented toward job recruitment, because during economic crisis, some companies don't fulfill all laboral obligations. So that means unfair competition, and we couldn't allow it. You can understand the problem looking at this map. of wage cost difference. Our neighbors, Galicia with the 23%, Santander 7%, León 6%, and the difference between Spain and Portugal. The most important document that the regional delegates have to look for at work construction is the Subcontracting Book. This is a legal obligation to all work constructions since 2018. When they arrive at a construction work, they ask for the book and they take a photograph of all the pages. With all the information about companies and their workers that our foundation has. Remember, I tell you about the resources, the fees they pay us, so we have all that information. And all the information that regional delegates obtain, we can do a cross-checking dates analysis. Companies which their workplace is located outside of Asturias, companies with no employees, most of them hiring false self-employers, workers working with no security, works without subcontracting books. When we know that something goes wrong, first of all, we warn companies to allow them to do it well. But most of the, well, not always, change their behavior. So once we have all this information, we need a way to make things change. So unions, trades, and employers, and the Asturias government subscribed a collaboration agreement for survive all the labor regulations in the construction sector. FLC and the Security Commission, called COPREVAS, reports to the labor inspectors about different items you can read here, always after talking to the companies to allow them to correct the behavior. After this, inspectors visit the works, and sometimes the end of the story, it's a sanction, a penalty fee. We really don't want that the foreign companies can't work in Asturias, but we just try to everyone has the same rules at our region. Well, this is now Joaquin will explain you how we use the book and the information about it.
Good morning. First, I want to tell you the regional delegates, the people who visit the work, perform over 5,000 visits a year. During the visit, they get a lot of data and information that we have to be recorded in our database. This is our database and COPREVAS app. Every day, 30 works are visited in Asturias, and its data must be recorded on time. What kind of information recorded? On screen you can see information. We get data like a description of job, work address, and as well as GPS coordinates, the budget, The name of the owner, the name of the main bidding company, in this case is one Asturian company is called Mular, and a checklist on safety, different documents such as a subcontracting book and our photo of the work. This information are the data from subcontracting books. In this work, there are 3 different companies, subcontracting companies. One of them, the AS is the Portuguese company. The company, this company Portuguese, has 3 workers and its work started work to June, the last June. If you want to see a location of the work, we can click in GPS coordinates. The Google Maps will be open, and this is an image of Oviedo City. The red bubble is represents the location of the work. In this zone, there are more words. On the screen, you can see all words are located in this zone. Every bubble is one work. Represent one work. If you click on one of bubble, data file is open and show us information, a part of information of our database. The regional delegates can see this information on their smartphones just in time. They can know who is the owner, the budget, the start date and end of the work. We take a photo as a subcontracting book. This is one example. All that we can see is recorded in our database. In this case, there are 3 subcontracting companies, and we can get information like a description of the type of job carried out by them, how many days they will stay at the work, or when the company started their job. The subcontracting book is mandatory, so that has made possible us obtain a lot of information that we didn't know before. To the end, we want to show you the photo of the bidding. We hope that our presentation has been interesting for you. If you need more information, you can email us. Thank you.